Hey, it's your girl Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while and I am so sorry guys, but I've just been going through a lot and dealing with a lot. But yeah, I'm back. I'm back at it. I'm back at it. But anyways, as you can tell by my shirt, you probably can guess what today's topic is going to be about. It's going to be about domestic violence. We're in October and it's Domestic Violence Awareness Month, so I decided to finally tell my story. Before I start, if you haven't done so, please make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. I will be uploading more often and yeah. So yeah. So basically I met this guy. I was fresh out of high school. I was like 19 years old. I just started my first job and we met. We was just cool. We would see each other at work and stuff, and we would say hi. We would start flirting and all this stuff. He would bring me lunch. He would like just bring me lunch. He would stop and by my workstation and just talk to me for hours. We just talked. We kicked it off, and it was real cool. Like the beginning was so much fun. He took me out on dates. He complimented me. He made me feel so good. Like growing up, I didn't really talk to guys much. Like, so it felt good to, get the attention and stuff. He was, so it was cool. He was a nice guy and all that. Um, we dated for about 2 years and no, we dated for about 3 years and then that's when stuff started to turn for the worse. He became very controlling. He became very insecure. He didn't want me hanging around certain people, and he he just became very controlling. I know I said that already, but very controlling. Like, and at this point, I was just in love. Like, this was the person who I've been with for the last 3 years, and everything was so good. I wanted a future with this person, and yeah, it started off the jealousy, going through the phone, smash. Like one day, a old friend texted me. It's a guy. He texted me. He was just like, "Hey, what's up? It's been a while. Just saying hey, seeing how you doing." Mind you, this person was in a whole relationship and everything. He was just reaching out to see how I've been. And he was like, "Oh, who's this guy? Oh, you're sleeping with him. You're having sex with him. Oh, this, that, and the third." And I'm just like, no, I haven't even had a conversation with this guy in like since high school, like or since I've been like 11th grade. Like, what are you talking about? And he's just like, oh, you're a hoe, this, that, and the third, called me out my name, this, that, and the third. So he took my phone and he smashed it in half. I still had the phone up until like last year, and I finally threw it away. He literally broke my phone in half. And I'm just like, what are you doing? Why would you do that? Blah, blah, blah. He's just like, oh, it was crazy. Like, it was so crazy. Just like, oh, you're such a hoe, this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, all right, whatever. I let it go. He apologized. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. I didn't mean it, sorry about that. We can go buy you a new phone, whatever the case may be. And I was like, no, you know what? It's okay. I'll buy my own phone because I don't want you feeling like this is your phone. You feel like you can do whatever you want to do with my phone. So I went the same day and I bought a brand new phone. So time goes past, whatever the case may be, and it's still small little things. We was walking like anytime we'd be walking outside together and say I see like one of my brother's friends or somebody who I grew up with and they would say hello to me. And I would say hi back. They'd be like, hey, what's up? How's the family? And I'd be like, oh, hey, what's up? Everybody's good, whatever the case may be. They're like, oh, tell your brothers I said hi, whatever, whatever. And that's it. That was the end of the conversation. I say, okay, and I walk away. He's just like, oh, what happened? You used to mess with that guy? And I'm like, no, you heard him say something about my brothers. Like, they know my brothers. Those are my brother's friends. And he's like, oh, you must be sleeping with them. You're having sex with these people, blah, blah, blah. Like, he literally was just accusing me of, like, doing stuff with people for no reason. I'm just like, yo, what is wrong with you? Like, you literally heard him say, ask me about my family and stuff. Like, he didn't even ask about me. He asked about my family. Like, what are you talking about? So he's just like, oh, whatever. I know the type of person. I know who you. I know the type of females like you. Blah 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 blah. This and that. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. So I left it alone. We got to the house, whatever the case may be, and I was laying down, and he's still going on about the situation. Oh, blah 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 blah. This and the third. Um, if you want to be with somebody else, go be with somebody else. I'm not gonna be. And I'm just like, bro, nobody's doing anything. Like I don't know what you're talking about. So I had box braids in my hair. So he literally drags me off the bed by my hair, ripping out my hair and my box braids, ripping out a handful of braids. And I had like this huge bald spot, like here in the middle, huge bald spot. And I'm, what are you doing? Oh my God. I'm like, what are you doing? Why would you do that? Blah, 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 blah. And he just breaks down and he starts crying. And he's like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I love you. Please, please, I'm sorry. Blah, blah, blah. And he's like, boo hoo, crying. And he's just like, I'm sorry. I'll never do it again. Blah, blah, blah. This, that, and third. I'm so upset. I'm just like, what the like, what? And he's just, I'm sorry. So the day goes by, and now I'm trying to figure out what to do with my hair. I have this huge bald spot, and I'm just like, what the heck? So I end up having to shave off all of my hair. I cut my hair off to a Caesar, and everybody's like, oh my God, why'd you cut your hair? And I'm just like, oh, I wanted to try something new, whatever the case may be. And he was just like, oh, okay, well, it looks nice. And I'm just like, I hated it. I hated it. So time goes by, and it just becomes worse. Like I became so unhappy. I began eating my emotions and depressed, and I end up gaining like 100 pounds. Like I was like so unhappy. So I decided to start going to the gym, and he's like, oh, what do you want to go to the gym for? You trying to get like, he started to use that as, oh, I'm trying to get with somebody else. I'm trying to be with somebody else, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yo, if you feel like that, how about you come with me to the gym? So he's like, all right. So he starts coming with me to the gym, whatever the case may be. And I would be working out, whatever. And he's just like, oh, why are you looking at that guy? Bro, I'm literally in my own zone, just focused on myself. He's just like, oh, you want to come in here so you could look at the guys, you could do this, you could do. I'm just like, bro, what? So eventually, I just stopped going to the gym, and I was just like, you know what, whatever. Like, I don't want it to be an issue. I don't want it to become a problem. Like, I don't want to deal with this. Like, I don't want to deal with it. Like, it was just too much. So I was just like, whatever. I left it as it was, and I'm just like, listen, I don't want to go to the gym no more, especially if it's going to be an issue, whatever the case may be. And I was just like, whatever, I'm done. So, only sometimes for no reason. I just didn't know why. I'm just like, bro, what is going on? Like, what is your issue? So, I tried to tell this person, like, yo, I honestly think that you need to speak to someone because I don't, like, you would just randomly get into angry outbursts. And I'm like, yo, talk to someone. You need to get help because I don't know what's going on. Like, I understand you're going through a lot. He was going through a lot with the mother of his child, and she not letting him see his child and all this stuff. So I'm just like, I understand you're going through a lot. I understand you're stressed out, but you can't keep lashing out on me and I'm not doing anything and I'm trying to help you in your situations, but you're taking it angry out on me. And he's just like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna get help. I'm gonna get help. I'm gonna talk to somebody. He never did, but he would always say he would. And time just went past. We were together for about another year after that. No, about another year and a half, almost 2 years after that. And things just were always, sorry guys, and things were always just up and down. Like his random outbursts, him crying and saying he's sorry and that it won't happen again. And I wanted to believe that he was sorry. I really wanted to believe he was sorry and that he meant it. But I eventually came to the conclusion that he really doesn't care. Like he's really not sorry. Like he keeps doing the same thing over and over and over again. And I'm just like, you can't be sorry. You can't love me. You can't mean this. Because if you did, you would get help or you would stop doing what you're doing. And I blamed myself for a very long time. Like I kept it to myself. I was embarrassed. I didn't understand why these things were happening to me. And I blamed myself. Like maybe it's me, maybe it's something that I'm doing wrong, or maybe this is just something I deserve. And it was hard to deal with. And I also blame myself for so long because someone did try to help me and someone did call the cops. And when the cops came, I didn't want to press charges. I didn't want to see this person go to jail. I didn't want to see this person hurt, and I didn't want to see this person in that predicament. Even though he probably deserved it, but I just didn't want that for that person. You know, I felt bad for. I actually felt really bad for this person. I felt bad for him, and yeah, I made excuses. I protected him and stuff like that. Not only did I protect him because of that, I mean, I didn't tell anyone because I have family and friends who would have really like done harm to this person if they really was to find out what was going on. And I didn't want my family or friends to get in trouble. I didn't want anybody to go to jail behind him or behind the situation. I didn't want to see him hurt. You know, I did love this person. This is somebody who I loved, who I wanted to spend the rest of my life with and build something with. And I didn't I I didn't want nobody to be in trouble. Like I was literally blaming myself. Like if something was to happen to him or anybody around me, I would feel like crap. Like so I just kept it to myself and I finally came to the conclusion that I couldn't keep going through this. Like, I couldn't keep dealing with it. Like I had to go. I had to do what was best for me and what made me happy. And I finally told him he had to go. And that's what happened. Um, so yeah, so I'm sorry to my family and friends who may be just finding out about this for the first time. I really wasn't ready to talk about it. I didn't want to talk about it. Um, I fully wasn't even over the whole situation until recently, and I blamed myself for so long, and I just didn't know what to say or do. Like, yeah, so I I hope anybody that's in this situation, I hope you seek the help that you need. There's many ways you can get help. You can try reaching out to a family or a family member. Call the cops. Do anything, but you need to get out while you're still alive and while you still can, because one day he or she may go too far, and who knows may happen, you know? You don't want to wait until it's too late and you're unable to get out. So yeah, I hope my story helps someone get the help that they need, and I'll be back with another video soon, so make sure you give this video a thumbs up and like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.